this video, we'll go over how we can visualize multivariate data with a scatterplot matrix. There are a couple ways that we can look at multivariate data. We could look at multidimensional plots, so 3D plots. We can also use point characteristics and things to identify categorical variables from quantitative variables. These are things that we will talk about, but I'm not going to show those in this video. They're going to be outside the scope of this course. In this course, we'll focus on looking at multivariate data with the scatterplot matrix. So the way that we can do a scatterplot matrix is we can run in our data. Here I just have 3 vectors of data: high school GPA, SAT scores, and freshman year college GPA scores. So each of these points represents 1 student and a total of 10 students. So if I run in my data, I can see that I have then 3 vectors. I want to combine this into a data frame and call it GPA data. And the reason why I want to combine it is because I want to use this command pairs to create my scatterplot matrix. So once I create a data frame out of this, so basically combine all those vectors into more of a matrix, I get a data frame called GPA.data. And so we can look at that just like this over here in our global environment. It tells us all of our values. Then I can come over here and run this pairs command. And sure enough, I get a scatterplot matrix. I can look at this, and basically what this does is it allows us to see the individual scatterplots between each of our variables just in one plot. So because college GPA is going to be our response variable, it's nice to always have that on either the top row or the bottom row, so we can easily just kind of compare its relationship with each one of our explanatory variable relationships. If we look at this, we can see that college GPA and high school GPA have a positive correlation. And it also looks like college GPA and SAT score also has a positive relationship. Maybe not quite as good as the high school GPA versus college GPA relationship, but still there's a positive relationship. Something else that's nice about a scatterplot matrix is that you can also see the relationship between your explanatory variables. And if you see a relationship between these 2 variables, then what that means is that you may want to remove one of these variables from your analysis, because then you're essentially just overfitting the model. Adding in another variable that's related to another one isn't going to add any more explanatory power to your model. So this is just an idea of why we look at a scatterplot matrix to kind of visualize the relationships between our variables.